Here we go again. A couple of days ago, I saw kind of on the side of the highway. Well, it's not quite a highway, but it feels like one. It's this big road here. There's 4 lanes on each side, and it's just before the access to a bridge. And I saw this weird fruit. Well, I think it's a fruit that I had never seen before. It's a weird brown fruit. I could only see it quickly when I rode by, because I was on my way somewhere, so I couldn't stop and take a closer look. But today I'm gonna go back and try and find it. It was nearby, and it's around this time of the day, so hopefully I can see this street vendor selling this fruit again, and you know, take a closer look and potentially taste it. You see, we're really close now. Look how big this boulevard is, like 4 lanes on each direction. And here is the access to the bridge going to District 2, to Tao Dinh. And the vendor, let's see, I think I see him right over there. There's a coconut vendor, sugarcane vendor, and I think I see it. Yeah, it's right there. Right here. Looks very nice. I can just take it like this? Okay. Come on. Alright, so apparently I can just taste it like this. Coconut? I never seen a coconut like this. Long. Good. It's not very sweet. He calls it coconut, but it doesn't look anything like a coconut. It doesn't taste like a coconut. It's not very sweet. It has a subtle taste, but it's actually good. It's really hard. From what he's cutting, it looks like those pieces here are like all stuck together. From what I understand, like those big balls or those big chunks are composed of pieces like this that are all attached to the core, like from here. And then when you open them up like this, then you have like a seed inside, and that's the part that you eat. I've never seen this before. The guy calls it coconut, but I don't know. It doesn't. It's not a coconut to me. So maybe there's a different like Vietnamese name, and that's his translation. I'm gonna try and know what the Vietnamese name is for this. It's very interesting, and I don't know if, like, besides eating it like this, if there are other ways to consume this thing. So apparently he sells it already kind of taken out, cut it out in little bags. Oh, and he keeps some bags here cold, so I guess some people rather eat it cold, like a coconut, I guess. So what's the name? Coconut?
Coconut.
Vietnam. What's the Vietnamese name? Huh?
I don't know.
English coconut.
Oh, okay.
Vietnam.
Dừa nước. Dừa nước.
Dừa nước.
Okay.
Dừa nước.
Dừa nước.
Dừa nước. Oh. Okay. Come on. Okay, so the name of this fruit is dừa nước, and it seems to like it grows in swampy areas or something like that from the picture he's showing me. I don't know this name, but for the little bit of Vietnamese I know, dừa, I don't pronounce it well, but dừa is coconut, is indeed coconut, but nước is water. So that would be like water coconut or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look it up. But yeah, it's very interesting. Let me get more of this. Bao nhiêu?
60.
60? Sa muối? 60?
60.
60.000. Okay. So I was asking him for the price, and he told me like, whoa, this is heavy. One big ball like this is 60,000 dong. Ugh, damn. Woo. It's heavy. It's so 60,000 dong, that's about $2.50. But if you take in consideration that every big chunk like this only ends up with like a small seed inside, it's not that much food for one big ball. I guess one of those small little bags hanging here are probably about the equivalent of one big ball like this. I don't know. Hello. And there we go. I guess it makes sense for him to settle and sell his fruit on the side of this big road, but it's still kind of a weird scenery to me. But I mean, there's a lot more chances of getting customers here than if he was on a small street. So I think I'm gonna try and buy some off him and eat a little bit more. What's this? This is from this? Okay, so he just pulled out this from one of the coolers there. He just pulled out this bottle and gave it to me. So I think it's a juice made from this fruit, from this thing. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to try this, if they mix it with other things or how they make it. Let me try and see if he mixes it with water and what water, and see if it's a good idea for me to drink this. And if it's not a good idea, then I'm just gonna stick to buying some of the fruits. Okay, so apparently this juice is from another fruit, another little brown fruit that he showed me on his phone. It's not quite the same. I asked him if there was any added water to it, and he told me no. It's just a, I think what he told me is like palm nut. So. I am. It reminds me of palm wine when I was living in Benin, Africa. There's a slight taste of fermentation, but it's very sweet. It's not completely fermented, or it's still like a juice. It's good. I think this juice is actually made from this fruit. This fruit here. Some palm tree seeds or something like that. Okay. Okay, I'll take this bag. One more for me? Okay, come on. This bag, bao nhiêu?
80.
20?
80.
30? 30?
80.
20. Okay. Okay, I'll take this. Oh, really? Oh, come on, sing, come on. It's okay? 20? Oh, okay, cool. Come on. Okay, so I bought this little bag of seeds of nước. This bag is 20,000, so that's a little bit less than $1. And I was gonna buy this little bottle of juice because, you know, I tasted it, and it's 10,000, so it's a little bit less than 50 cents. But he just told me that he's giving me the bottle of juice. So I got some juice and some fruits for 20,000, a little bit less than a dollar. And I think now I'm just gonna go to a more quiet and peaceful place to enjoy my snack, because here, I don't know, not my favorite spot to relax and have a snack. All right, so let's get back on the road. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to cross the bridge. I thought there would be another way around for me to come back to where I come from, but there's something in the middle of the road preventing me from doing a U-turn, and there's a lot of traffic. So I think I have no choice but to cross the bridge all the way to District 2 and then come back to get back home. So I'm just gonna show you what it looks like to cross this bridge at rush hour. It's pretty intense. guy got a flat tire with a full load of crap. I don't know if you guys noticed, it was probably a bit too fast, but this guy on the side of the road was selling raincoats and snails. So if you're hungry and you got caught by the rain, this guy got you covered. Here we go, back on the bridge. And if you guys can see this little bridge on the side here, that's the, if I'm not mistaken, that's the subway they're building. Look at this sunset. So I looked online a little bit to find more information about this weird fruit. And I stumbled upon this video from a YouTuber I watch from time to time. His channel's name is Dustin Meets Vietnam. He makes really interesting videos, and he made a video where he actually goes and picks up this fruit from swamps or river or something like that. It's really cool. I'll put the link in the description if you want to check it out. If you want to check more videos about Vietnam, he makes really interesting stuff. And if you do go watch him, just leave a comment and say Globic sent me or something like that, you know, so maybe he will know about me and maybe we can make some videos together at some point. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, so I looked a little bit more into it. So like the nickname or the translated name would be water coconut, but the actual name is Nipa Palm, something like that. It's a fruit. It's a fruit I've never heard of before. It's actually more kind of a seed than a fruit. It's not the fruit itself that we eat, but the seed or the jelly inside of the seed. It's quite interesting. When I got home, I put it in the freezer just to get it cold and see if there's a difference in the taste or the texture when it's really cold. So let me get it now. I didn't leave it too long. I didn't want it to freeze. I just wanted to make it cold quickly. All right. It's really interesting. It smells good, actually. It smells sweeter than it actually is. The smell reminds me a little bit of lychee. So it's like a mix of, like, if I had to compare it to something I know, the texture is like kind of a jelly and it's kind of a bit crunchy. The texture reminds me a little bit of a young coconut, but the taste is far less sweeter than a coconut. It's like if it's a mix of coconut, lychee and nutmeg, but very diluted, like really not sweet and not strong, but it's pretty good. I like it. And cold is kind of, it's refreshing, it's nice. It's not the kind of sweet fruit that, you know, if you eat a few, you just can't stop and then it makes you thirsty. I feel like this is more like kind of a smooth, refreshing kind of a little snack. Yeah. All right, well, I'm happy I went back to try and find this this weird fruit on the side of the road, and I got to try it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and